Up Taiwan, I'm Reece with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Shares in Nvidia closed at their highest level ever, also boosting the stocks of the chipmaker's Asian suppliers, including Taiwan's TSMC. Nvidia shares were up by 2.4% to lift the company's market value to nearly $3.4 trillion. It's close to overtaking Apple as the world's most valuable company, a title it briefly held in June. Nvidia has been riding the massive boom in artificial intelligence, but the news comes as the US considers whether to limit sales of Nvidia's advanced AI tech to certain countries. A new government study shows that wage growth has hit a 10-year high. This comes as economists and researchers have raised concerns about Taiwan's stalling pay rates. To learn more about the implications of this study, our reporter Adil Bra spoke to Roy Nung, a fair wage advocate based in Taipei.
Taiwan's Budget and Statistics Department says that the average monthly earnings mark the highest growth rate in 10 years. Is this a positive development?
I think on the one hand, it is a positive development that wages are rising in Taiwan after wages have been growing quite slowly. But on the other hand, we have to also look at the base wage that the salary is being increased upon. Taiwan's salary, as compared to many advanced countries, vis-a-vis the cost of living, is actually comparatively low. And even if wages are rising, it is based on a very low base, which means that workers are still not earning adequate wages for the cost of living.
The government says data shows the employers are willing to pay higher bonuses, which is driving the real wages. How much will this impact everyday people?
I think bonuses actually make up about a quarter of the total wages that workers are earning in Taiwan, which means that workers are actually at the mercy of the employers in terms of whether the employers are willing to give a higher bonus or a lower bonus, or if they are willing to work overtime work. But if the businesses are not willing to pay a bonus, this means that workers are only able to earn a low fixed pay that they are able to earn. The structure in Taiwan shouldn't allow businesses to have such a huge leeway in terms of how much they can decide in terms of the wages that workers should be earning. There should be an allowance for workers to earn a high fixed pay and for bonuses to make up the additional pay.
The study on wages did not take into account inflation. When inflation is taken into account, how positive is this wage growth for everyday worker?
We should really be looking at a basket of goods that are necessary for an individual to have basic spending on, to ensure that they have basic necessities. However, the current wages are still pegged to inflation and do not adequately meet inflation. So if workers are not even able to meet an adequate basket of goods, when we do not then increase wages to account sufficiently for inflation, then it also means that not only do they not have enough to survive on, when wages are risen, it also doesn't ensure that their purchasing powers are maintained at the current level.
That was Roy Nung in Taipei speaking about wage growth in Taiwan. The Immigration Office is deporting a Spanish fugitive found hiding in Taiwan. The man is wanted by Interpol for his role in a $30 million fraud case in Italy. He spent 5 years on the run in Taiwan. Legal analysts say the case highlights the challenges officials here face when handling international criminals.
现在没有西班牙或意大利有司法互助的这样协定。那第二个是因为我们没有参加国际刑警组织，所以对于这些在国际上流窜的这些罪犯，我们没办法去掌握他。
Immigration has given the man 10 days to leave the country. Malaysia is boosting its agricultural sector. It's a part of a plan to become self-sufficient when it comes to food production, and it's found a useful partner in Taiwan. In the latest installment of our Southbound series, Tiffany Wong explores the little-known link between Taiwan and Malaysia's agricultural development.
我们这边是种玉米，这个玉米也是台湾的玉米的水煮白色的玉米，在台湾他们叫做。
Every day, 41-year-old farmer Li Fa-cheng tends to his crops in the rural village of Reece, Malaysia, an hour's drive from the capital Kuala Lumpur. Many of his seedlings are from Taiwan, where he studied agricultural production, and he's using a planting technique that he learned there.
我们就会用特定的这样子的不织布的袋子，这个袋子的优势是它可以就是根系可以直接穿透。我们再把这个介质给放进去土里头，再把一颗，再把它定植起来，固定好，我们就可以移出去我们的这个育苗室了。
Lee returned to Malaysia 5 years ago to revitalize his father's farm, and he says it's techniques from Taiwan that have been key to the farm's production.
台湾教会了，给了我那个工具，我就要自己去用。这个也是我们木瓜苗好卖的原因。
With production going well, Lee has now set his mind on growing the farm into an even bigger business.
这边是我们农场正在兴建的一个咖啡厅的建筑。
Lee has dreams of turning his farm into a leisure farm, not just a place for production, but a space for people to learn about where their food comes from, plant and harvest crops, and consume the farm's products in a cafe setting like this, all in a day's visit.
这个休闲农业的这个概念是我在台湾这个升学的时候，在我升学的过程里头，我时常都会向校外去移动，校外去跑动，去吃吃喝喝玩玩这样子，那就可以看到台湾的农业其实不只是在做生产而已。
2 hours west, at a rice factory along the coast, another farmer is also using techniques from Taiwan to expand his business.
马来西亚这套机器是可以洒水的，可以洒水，可以出苗，通用的。这个技术是台湾引进过来的。
Alan Lim has grown his rice farm in the agricultural town of Semiconductor into an operation that also provides services to other farms in the area, giving his business extra income.
目前碾米厂是没有这个碾米单单做米这块是没有生存空间啦。现在我们公司的话，我们可以做其他的，我们可以做这个插秧插秧这一块拿来补贴给我们的这个碾米工厂，所以无形中救了我们的工厂。
Lim's factory was introduced to that technology early on.
From the seeding conveyors to the transplanters, these machines were all brought over from Taiwan to Malaysia over 2 decades ago. And with 2 transplanters, farmers can plant the equivalent of over 2 football fields of rice in just 2.5 hours. They say this has rapidly sped up their process in such a labor-intensive task, and that they'll keep using these same Taiwanese machines to do so as long as they can last.
Taiwan's agriculture ministry hopes that it can continue to share these homegrown technologies and strategies to improve the lives of Malaysian farmers, who it says it uniquely relates to.
我们跟马来西亚其实有很多，因为马来西亚的农民大部分都是华人，所以呢，他们的我们跟他沟通应该是无碍，而且相处的模式应该非常接近。那我们跟马来西亚有一个很特别的，就是说我们有共通的农产品。
These farmers are already making the most of their connection to Taiwan, a relationship that Taiwan hopes to expand for the benefit of more Malaysian farms. Patrick Chen and Tiffany Wong in Semiconductor, Malaysia for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we take you to Hong Kong Park, where Hong Kong is celebrating the birth of 2 baby pandas. I'm Reece. Take care and see you next time.
From industrial parks in Taiwan to here in Vietnam, we're bringing you the latest in tech and business news right here on TaiwanPlus News.